Hello guys, welcome to Community News YouTube channel. If you are a level 100 student in any tertiary institution, don't skip this video. I repeat, don't skip this video. Or if you are just starting with Microsoft Excel, then this video is also for you. Today we are diving into a practical Excel question that is commonly asked in university level computer skills exams. We will go step by step, break it down so you can understand how to apply Excel formulas like a pro. By the end of this video, you will know how to calculate total pay, overtime pay, gross pay, deductions, and rank employees, all using simple Excel formulas. So grab your laptops, open Excel, and let's get it started. Okay, so I have opened the Excel, and I believe you've also opened it. All right, so we have to start by typing the heading. So I'm going to divide my screen into two so that the Excel will be on my left and then the question will be on my right. Yeah, but if you are having it on your phone, you can decide to open a full screen and then do it. Okay, so I've divided my screen. The command that I use is Windows left arrow key for the Excel, and then Windows right arrow key for the question. So I've gotten my screen now, so I can start typing. So the top the bank is Bank of Ghana. So you can also start typing the Bank of Ghana, and this workers payroll, November, and then we have the prepared by. Don't forget, he said we should make sure we type everything correctly. So at the end of the day, I think you put your index number and your if this question comes in the exams, your name will be here and then your index number. So we are done with the heading. So now let's go straight to the question. So we are going to use this alphabet here. That's the cell. The cells you are going to use it. So the first one will be name. Let me leave a space. So the first one will be name. This one you leave it. Don't put it in any box. Just leave it as it is, because if you are printing it, this is how it will show. So just leave it like that, unless you want to do some designs, but you leave it as it. Let's concentrate on the work. So the first one is name, so I'll type my name. The second one is hours worked. You see, if I have to type the work, you see that it has moved to C. So now what I'm coming to do, anyway, the question is in Word format because it was typed in Word. But we have to because of the question, we have to type it in such a way that it looks same as the question. Yeah, so it should be under it, like how this one is, the hours and the work is under. To do that, so we have to use Alt and then enter. Alt enter. So you hold the Alt key plus enter. Okay, so now let's type the work. Okay, so we are done with the first one. Let's move on to the second one. The second one is hourly rate in Ghana cedi. So hourly, and then Alt enter, rate, Alt enter. in GH, then the bracket open, no, so bracket open GH, small letter H. So the CD sign is OT 155, OT 155, OT 155, OT 155. So you press on the OT and then you press on 155, 1 and then 55, figure 1 and then 55. So it's 115, 155. You will get a CD sign. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. So the next one is weekend. Oh, the first ones I use capital. So when you are typing, it's supposed to be small letters. I'll correct it later. So when you are typing, make sure it's in small letters, because the caution here is small letters. Okay, so OT down and then allowance. So it's allowance, but they shorten it. So enter to bracket GH 1 OT 155 to get the sign, bracket close. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Total pay, and that brackets GH OT 155. Then we close it. Let me zoom it for you to see it well. Okay, so now let's move on to the next one. So the next one is total. We are done with total pay. The next one is overtime hours. Let's move on to the next one, overtime hours, and then overtime hours rate, brackets GH 155, close it. And then the next one is overtime pay, also in Ghana cedis. Okay, so we move on to gross pay. Gross pay, that one too is in Ghana cedis. Then we move on to tax, which is 11.5%. So you search for the percent key. So on my keyboard the percent is 5. The percent is 5, but before you press on the 5 you have to hold the shift. So shift 5 to get a percentage sign. Okay, so is that all? Okay, let me close it. That one too in Ghana cedis, Ghana cedis. Okay, so the next one is what tax. After tax, what next? That's the Senate. So the Senate 2 is 8.5%, 8.5%. In okay, that one too is in bracket open GH hot 155 to get a sign. Okay, so okay, so the next one is total deduction. Total deductions GH. Total deductions GH. Okay, and the next one is net pay. Net pay, which is also GH Ghana cedis. And the last one is rank. All right. Okay, so we are done with the first question. Type the data above and format appropriately without any errors. So we have to compare what you've done with what we are seeing in the question. So we have to format it well in such a way that it will look same as the question. So let me choose Times New Roman, and then let me choose the font size 12. So we have to start opening them. So this one is work hours. I said I will correct. Okay, this is hourly rates in Ghana cedis. I have to open this one. Okay, so now let me make it full. Increase it so that you can see it well. All right. This one, you can bolding it. Use Times New Roman. Yeah, and then select 12. Okay, you can move this one a bit to be in the middle. Okay, yeah. Okay, so now let's concentrate on this one. So this is overtime hours, and this is overtime hour rates. This is overtime so total deduction. So you should make sure that it looks same as the question. Okay, I think it's okay. It's okay now. Okay, so now let me give you time for you to also check your work. Let me give you time to check your work. Make sure that it follows. It follows. Yeah, because that's question 1 is 2 marks. So if you don't get it, if you make any mistake, you are losing 2 marks. Okay. Okay. So I think my own is okay. Let me start from here. I think my own is okay. So the name, okay. All right. I think it's okay. All right. So I'm sure you are also done, so we can move on. So now let's start with the names. So the first one is Michael Soa. Michael Soa. So Michael Soa. And then Michael Soa. the hours worked is 97, and then the hourly rate is 7.5, and then total pay, we don't have it. Overtime hours, total pay, we don't. Okay, weekend allowance 125, total pay, we don't have it. Overtime hours is 45, overtime hour rate is 9. The rest, we don't have it. But have you noticed something? You see, as we type, yes, it's you see that all the figures are showing bottom align instead of middle. When you check the question, you could see that all the figures are in the middle. So we are going to do same. You can highlight all of them and then you select the center, and that's it. So we highlight all of them and then we select center. All right, we select center. Okay, and all this, when you check the question, you could see that all this one too was center. They said okay, so the heading 2 was centered. So if you check, you see that they are all following. So you have to do same. You highlight all and then you choose center. Okay, so that's it for Michael Sowa. Let's move on to Ama Abebrese. So Ama Abebrese, I hope I okay. All right, Abebrese 2 is 85, 85 7.5, 125. We don't have total pay. Overtime, Abebrese is 65. The overtime rate is 9. Overtime pay, we don't have it. Okay, so you could see that this one too. So you can do all for you don't have to do it one by one. You don't have to do it one by one. You can select all. You can select all at a go. You can select all at a go. Select all and then select center. So whatever you type will be centered. You don't have to be doing it one. Okay, so I'll give you time to type all the names. I'll give you time to type all the names, and after that we will start solving it. So I'm also typing, and so that the video will not be long. Okay, so I'm done typing, but you could see that the names are not following. When you check the question, that wasn't how the names were formatted, because it should be align left. So you have to make sure that all the names are aligned left, but then the numbers are center or centered. The name to the heading is also centered. Okay, so we here are empty. So now let's start with the question 1. Okay, so we are to calculate the total pay here. Take note, we have two options. When you want to do this, we have two options. Either you do your rough work and then put the answer here, or you enter the figures. They've stated the formula, so you enter the figures. So it will be 97 times 7.5 plus 125. You can enter the figures here. So let's start with the first option by entering the figures. So this is what I'm going to do. So equal, and then 97 by 7.5 bracket close plus weekend allowance, which is 125. So if I do this, I should get the answer. If I do this, I should get the answer. Okay, so that's so we have to calculate the total pay. The total pay for Michael Sowa. So Michael Sowa total pay is 852.5 Ghana cedis. And then what we did was we entered the 97 times 7.5. We are using board mass. So 97 bracket open, 97 times 7.5 bracket close plus 125 to get the answer. That's the first option. So take note of the first option. The second option is, let me do it here. The second option is to use the cell numbers. So instead of typing 97, let me do it here. Instead of typing 97 here, we could say equal to bracket open B6, because the 97 is in B6. So B6, let me make it cap B6. Okay, you see that it has highlighted. Okay, so B6 times C6, the 7.5 for Michael Sowa. Yeah, so times C6, then we close it. You see that it has highlighted plus the weekend allowance, which is the 125, but we are not typing the 125. The 125 is under D6 for Michael, so D6. Now if I hit the enter, I should get the same results. I should get the same answer like what I did. You see that I've gotten the same answer. You see that I've gotten the same answer, which is 852.5. 852.5. Okay, so this one, we are not going to use the two formulas. We're not going to use the two formulas. So you see, one thing is that in exams, you can use your calculator to do it and type it here. But if I'm marking your work and I click on it and I don't see any formula here, I will just assume that you asked someone and the person told you is 852.5 and then you entered it. So you must show working. You must show working by using a formula. So that's the reason why we've used the two formulas. So you choose one. You choose one of the formulas. Either you are going by this or you are going by the second option. Okay, so I'll be using the second option. I'll be using the second option. So I've done the first formula. Let me show you one cheat, but we are not going to use it. Once you've done the first formula you can now come to this side and then drag it down. You hold the control, you hold the control. I forgot that the first one I used the numbers. I didn't use the cell formulas. So that's the reason why when I drag, I was getting the same number. So I've used the formulas, which is the B6 times the C6 times D7. That one, I don't need to calculate for Ama Bebrese, the total pay. I don't need to calculate for Ama Bebrese and the rest. I will just drag it and it will calculate for all of them. Yeah, the first one, it didn't work because I used the numbers. I used the numbers instead of the formula. So I used the second. If you want to go by this, you have to use the second option. The second option. Okay. But then if I am the one doing it, I will just do for the first one and drag it down. I don't have to do for all. Okay. But once we are learning, we have to do for all, because I don't want to confuse you. Yeah, so let's do for Ama Abebrese. Ama Abebrese, the hours work is 85, and the hourly rate is 7.5. Weekend allowance is 125. Yeah, so this one too, let's use the first option. So the first option is equal. The first option is to use the numbers, which is 85 by 7.5. You close the bracket plus 125, and then you hit the enter, and then you've gotten your answer. The second option is to use the cell, which is equal to we are on Ama Abebrese, so which is the B7, which is B7 times C7, you close it, plus D7, you close it. You should get the same thing. Oh, hold on, because of the brackets that are here, you should get the same answer. So you see the answers are the same. So if let me clear this one. This is 762.5. Let me clear it and then drag it as I did for the you see, I've gotten the same answer. So if you get the first answer, you don't have to do for all of them. Just click on the first answer, come to this side and drag down. When you drag down, when you click it, you will see the formulas here. You see the formula B7, C7 plus D7. When you come to the next one, where John Wall, you see that B8. So that's it. I hope you are okay. We don't have to, because of I don't want the video to be long, so you can do for the rest. This one, don't use this option. Don't use this. If you are learning, don't use this option. Choose one of the formulas. And I will advise you to use, don't enter the figures, because that one, if you make any mistake, your whole work, you will get it wrong. So use the cells numbers to do it. Don't use the figures. Though you can use the figures to do it, but don't use it. Use the cell. So John, we can quickly do it. A equal John is so B B8 by hourly rate, which is C8, we close it, plus weekend allowance, which is 125. We are done. Then we've gotten our answer. So please, that's it. I hope you understand. If you don't understand anything, just let me know in the comment section and I will explain it to you. So you can do it. This one, we got 10. Let's see whether it's true. So equal, and then we are doing for ABBA. So equal B12 by C12. We close it by weekend allowance, which is 125, which is C, which is D, D12, yeah, which is D12. Okay, which is correct. Okay, so that's it. But if you understand it, just drag. If you understand the work, you can drag. Yeah, if you understand it, you can drag it down. Yeah, I wouldn't say if you are lazy. Yeah, just if you understand the work, just drag it. If you don't, please do it start, do it and fill all the spaces. Don't drag. All right, let me move on to the second question. Okay, so let's move on to number 4, question 4. And question 4 says that calculate the overtime pay using the formula overtime hours times overtime hour rate. So overtime hours, so here overtime hours times overtime hour rate. Okay, so this one is not difficult. Overtime hours times overtime hour rate here. So here too we can use the two formulas that we talk about. Again, don't type it, don't type the answer, don't use calculator 45 times 9 to type the answer here. If you type the answer here and the lecturer click on the 8 and then the lecturer realize that there's no formula here, you will get 0. You will get 0. Okay, so let's start. So equal brackets. So the first formula that we used was to enter the numbers 45 by 9. This 45 by 9. Overtime hours by overtime hours rate. That was the formula given. Overtime hours by overtime hour rate. Okay, so 45 by 9, and then we hit the enter. So we get 405. We get 405. Let's do for the next option. So the next option is to use the cell numbers. So which one? Which is F this side. So Michael's own overtime hours is 45, which is F6 for Michael. So F6 by the rate overtime hour rate is 9. So G6 by G6 for Michael Sowa, and then we close it. We should get the same answer, 405, 405. And as I told you, I prefer the second option. So let's go by the second option, which is equal brackets F6 by G6. Okay. So F6 by G6 should give us the answer. Yeah. So if you are a pro, you just drag it down and you are good to go. You drag it down, you are good to go. But then, since you are not a pro, let's do it step by step. So let's do for Ama Abebrese. So we are calculating the overtime pay for Ama Abebrese. So we do the same thing. Equal was the Ama Abebrese's overtime hours, which is 65. So F7 for Ama Abebrese by 9, which is the G7. Okay, we've gotten Ama Abebrese's own. Let's go for John Wall. John Wall is F8 by G8, which is the overtime hours rate. We are done. And then let's go Ibrahim. Equal Ibrahim brackets open. Ibrahim is Ibrahim 47, which is F9 times G9. We are done with Ibrahim. Let's go Sarah. Sarah is F10 equal F10 by G10. Okay, we are done. Let's go to Philip. Philip is F11 equal F11 times G11. Yep. The next one, 12 is Abba. Abba is equal F12 times G12. Alright, then we call Baba equal, Baba is F13 here. We are using this side. So instead of 12 times 9, we are using the cells to do it by G13. Enter. So 14 equal, so F14 by G14. Okay, I want you to understand. That's why I've taken my time to do this one. I didn't drag. Okay, because I want you to understand. So the next one is F15 for Messi by G15. All right. So we are done with question 4. We are done with question 4. As I said, if you don't understand anything, just let me know in the comment section. So the next question, which is number 4, we are to calculate the gross pay using the formula total pay plus overtime pay. Total pay plus overtime pay. So let's go back to the sheet. Total pay plus overtime pay to get the gross. Total pay, we are going to work with this total pay total pay plus overtime pay to get the gross. Okay, so let's start. So we are here, total pay plus overtime hours. So we are here. Okay, oh sorry, it's rather total pay plus overtime pay. This is overtime pay, so let me highlight it. Overtime pay. Okay, so we are working with these two, total pay plus total pay plus overtime pay. That's the gross. All right, so we use the same formula again. Let's use the second option, which is equal. So total pay for Michael Sowa, which is E. We are here, E. Yours could be different, but it's the same thing. Just check which letter your total pay is under and you are good to go. Okay. All right, so E6 and then plus H6. So the overtime pay is under H. Okay, so we've gotten our answer for Michael Sowa. That's the gross pay. So we move on to Ama Abebrese. We use the same formula, so equal to E8 E7 rather, E7 plus H7. Okay, the next one is, I hope you can do it. So far You can do it, but let me complete this one. This one I will not finish all. Yeah, and I will allow you to do it yourself. So the next one is equal E8 plus H8. All right. The next one is E9 plus H9. The next one is E10 H10. The next one is E11 plus H11. The next one is E12 plus H12. The next one is E13 E. So we are Baba Musa E13 plus H13. So it's the same thing, if you type 500 plus 108, you should get 608. It's the same thing. So instead of E14, you can type 800 plus 315 and you will get the answer. All right. So E14 plus H14, and the last one is E15 plus H15. All right, so we are done with the gross pay. Now let's move on to as I said earlier, if you don't understand anything, just comments, ask it under the comment section. Let me clear this. Okay, so now tax. Let's read the question. So that's the number 5. Calculate 11.5 tax and 8.5 SNIT on the gross pay. So 8.5 tax and then that 11.5 tax and then 8.5 SNIT on the gross pay, on this pay. So we are coming to use this on the gross pay. Okay, let me highlight it. So we are coming to use this for this. Okay, so we start with Michael Abebres. So let's do the tax first. After that we do the SNIT. Let's do the tax first. After that we do the SNIT. Okay, so the gross pay is so 1,257.5 Ghana cedis, 1,257.5 Ghana cedis, and then the tax is 11.5. Now to get the tax, please take note of this formula. To get the tax, take note of this formula. Take note of this formula. What we are going to do is, they've given us 11.5%, and then the gross pay is 1,257.5. So what we will do is that we are going to multiply the gross pay which is the 1002 so we are coming to use this for this 1,257.5 Ghana cedis, and then the tax is 11.5. Now to get the tax, please take note of this formula. To get the tax, take note of this formula. Take note of this formula. What we are going to do is, they've given us 11.5%, and then the gross pay is 1,257.5. So what we will do is that we are going to multiply the gross pay, which is the 1,002 Jesus Christ. I'm sorry about that. Let's continue. So what we are going to do is to multiply the gross pay by the tax, which is 125. I'm sorry about 7. Let's continue. 0.5 we are going to do is to times multiply the gross pay by the 11, which is 12 times the 11.5 divided by 100. You know, percentage is 100. So this is what we are going to type. So 1257.5 times the 11 times 11.5% times 11.5% divided by 100. So let me type it here. This is what I mean. So 1257.5 times 11.5, we close it, then we divide by 100. Okay, then we divide by 100 times 11.5, we close it, then we divide by 100 equal, I'm doing it again, then we divide by 1257.5 times 11.5 divided by 100. Now when I hit the enter, I should get the tax for Michael Sowa. So out of the 1257.5, Michael will be paying 144.613 cedis as tax. All right. So this is the first formula. Let me use the second formula. So if you want to use the second formula, this is I, is under I. So let's do for Michael Sowa. So so equal. So you do I I6 times the 11.5, you close the brackets, divided by 100. You will get this, you get the same. So as I said, you can use the two formulas. But I prefer the second option, which the one that I just did. I prefer this one. Prefer you use, because if you are typing, for example, if you are typing the 1257 and then you mistakenly type, instead of 5 you type 4, it means that the whole thing is wrong. So I don't like using the numbers. I want to use the cells so that I can get everything correct. So let's do for our Ama Bebrese. So Ama Bebrese 2 is the same thing. Ama Bebrese's gross pay is 1,347.5. 1,347.5. So it's the same thing. Equal bracket 1,347.5 times 11.5. You close the bracket, then you divide by 100, which is the percentage. So 11.5%. That's the reason why we are getting the 100. Every percent is 100. Yeah. So Abba 2 will be paying Ama will be paying 154.963. 154, which if I'm running it up, it will be 155 cedis as tax. Okay, and then let me use the option that I was talking about. So I7 times 11.5, you close the brackets, divided by 100. Yeah, and then the next one to the same thing, equal brackets. We are doing for John. So equal brackets, which is John's gross pay is 1,238. 1,238. This is it. 1,238. So I8 times the tax, which is 11.5 divided by 100, the percentage. So that's it for John. We can do for Ibrahim. So I9, so equals I9 times 11.5 divided by 100. So John will be Ibrahim brother. Ibrahim will be paying 112 as tax, and then Sarah, let's do for Sarah. Sarah is paying, gross pay is 1,283. So I10 times 11.5 divided by 100. Okay, so let's do for Philip. Too, same thing. So Philip is 1,151, which is I11 times 11.5 divided by 100. So Philip 2 will be paying this. Let's go back. Let's do for Abba. Abba will be paying, let's find out. Okay, so Abba is I12 times 11.5 divided by 100. Abba will be paying 206. Let's find out for Baba. Baba is 6. Baba gross pay is 608. Oh, we need the extra power. 608. So 608, which is I13 times 11.5 divided by 100. So 69.92. Let's find out for Kofi. Kofi will be paying is 1,115. So I14 times 11.5 divided by 100. The last one, Messi. Let's find out how much Messi is paying as tax. So I-15. Messi is paying 1,406 as tax, as gross pay. Sorry, as gross pay. So 11.5 divided by 100. So Messi too is paying 161.69 as tax. Now let's do for, you see the question, it was in twofold. The first one was to find the tax, and the second one was to find the SNET. So we are done with the tax. Let's move on with the SNET. It's the same procedure. This one was 11.5. Here will be 8.5. So it's the same thing. So equal 1,257. I'm using the first formula so that you can understand. Equal 1,257 times 8.5. You close it, divided by 100. You get your SNET. So Michael too will be paying 106.88. So 106.9 as SNET. Yes. So let's use the formula. Let's use the other formula that I prefer. So equal I6, yeah, I6 times 8.5 divided by 100. So yeah, so if you use the first one, you are not wrong. Just that don't type the 106. If I click on it, I should see the formula here. Yeah, I should see the formula here. So if I click here and I don't see any formula at the formula bar, it means that you asked a friend and the friend told you that it's 106 and then you entered it. You are wrong. You are wrong. So please take notes. Take notes. Okay, so this one we can drag. Yeah, we can drag. I hope you understand. Okay, let me do the last one. So the last one for Messi is equal to 1,406. That's the gross pay for Messi, times 8.5. Well, that's the SNET, divided by 100. Yeah. So that's it. Yeah. Okay, so we are done with the SNET. If you don't understand anything, you can let me know. So you pick the gross pay times either the tax figure, that percentage that they give. So if it's 1151 times 8.5 divided by 100, you get your SNET. Okay, I hope you get it, because it's the same thing that we've done for others. And okay, so let's do for Sarah. Let's do for Sarah. So Sarah is okay, equal. So Sarah is 1 2. So I10 rather times 8.5 divided by 100. So this is the formula. I10 times 8.5 divided by 100. You should get the answer. All right. Okay, so now let's move on to the next question. Okay, so the next question says, which is number 6, says we should sum tax and SNET to get total deductions. So sum tax and SSF to get total deduction. So we are here. So let me clear this. We are done with it. Okay, I'm done. So we should sum tax and this. So we should sum these two. Okay, let me use different colors. Okay, so let me use this one for this and this. Okay, so we should sum this to get a total deduction. All right, it's not difficult. Once you drag the 2, you can even see the total here. You've seen the total here, 251.5. Yeah, so it's the same thing. I'm sure by now I don't have to tell you. You can do it. You can do it. So either you go by this equal to sum, so 144.613 plus, oh sorry, okay, so let's continue. So we are adding these two. That's the question 6. The question says sum tax and SNIT to get total deduction. So we are adding these two. So this 2 will be deducted from the gross. So that's the reason why we are deducting. So let's start. So equal to sum, because we are adding. So J6 for Michael, J6 for Michael. Okay, or you can do it like 144.613 plus 106.888. But you are in a tertiary level. These things, it should be easy for you to understand. So J6 plus K6. Yeah, so you see that the 2 has been highlighted because we are working on Michael. The 2 has been highlighted. So now I can close it and then hit the enter. So now that's it for 251.5. So that's it for the total deduction for Michael. So after the deduction, that's where you get net pay. So they will deduct all the tax. If you are owing the company, they will deduct all those things, and then you get the net pay. The net pay is the home pay, the amount that you are taking home. Yeah, so after that we will work on the home, that one too. So let's concentrate on the question 269.5. So it's the same thing, equals to sum, and then we add J7 for Amma Abebrese, J7 plus K7. So you can do that for, so you've gotten. So yes, let's do it. So you can do it. I'm dragging it too, but don't drag it. This is 233. Let's do it and see. So equals to sum J14 plus K14 for the 2, which is Kofi Tamaklo. So yeah, 223. You see that is correct. So please do it. Don't drag. It's just a cheat, but don't drag. All right. So we are done with the total deductions. Let's do for the last but one, which is the net pay. So the question says that subtract total deductions from gross pay to get net pay. Subtract. Let me clear this. So the question says that subtract total deductions from the gross pay to get net pay. So after the deductions, what you are taking home is the net pay. Yes, so this is the gross pay. This one, they've not done any deductions on it. So after they've done the deductions, then you get a net pay. Okay, so now we are coming to subtract this from this from there. This is L, and from I, so Michael Soa will be L. It will be L6. Okay, so let's start. Equal to sum. No, this one we are deducting. So equal brackets. So L 6. No, so we are starting with I. It should be rather I I6 minus L6. All right, you get it. So we are subtracting this from this from this. We are subtracting this from this. Yeah, so if you bring this first, you're going to get a negative. Yeah, because this is smaller than this. So I6 rather minus L6 to get the net pay. All right, so it means that Michael will be going home with 1,006 at the end of the month. 1,006 at the end of the month. So we subtracted this from this from this. Okay, so Michael will be going home with 1,006. So let's do for Amma too is the same thing. We are subtracting this. So let me highlight it, this and this. Okay, so equal. So Amma is I7. Yeah, so 1,347.5 minus 269.5. So I minus L7. Yeah. Okay, so Amma will be going home with 1,076. Let's find out how much John will be going home with. So John 2 is I8 minus L8. Okay, let me do it again. I think I made a mistake. Okay, so now you see what I was talking about. You see that for John, there's mistake in the tax because I entered it. You see, I entered it. The 111 supposed to be 11.5, not 111.5. So that's the reason why his phone has jammed. Yeah, so I have to correct it so that you get the correct figures. Yeah. Okay, so now we are getting correct figures. It shouldn't be the tax shouldn't be that much. So if you see the tax is more than 1,000, then it means that there's something wrong. Yeah, instead of 11 I type 111. That's the reason why it went up. So it's corrected. So let's do it. So I8 minus L8. Okay, so John will be going home with 990 cedis. We can do same for Ibrahim. Let's see the amount that Ibrahim will be going home with. So I9 minus L9. Okay, so Ibra will be going home with 780.4. Let's see for Sarah. So Sarah is L10 minus I10 rather. I10 minus L10. So Sarah will be going home with 1,026.4. Let's see for Philip. So I11, yeah, minus L11. Yeah, so Philip will be going home with 920.8. Let's do for Abba. So Abba is so I12 minus L12. Yeah, so Abba will be going home with 1434. Let's do for Baba. So Baba is I13 minus L13. Oh, Baba will be going home with 486.4. Let's see for Kofi. So Kofi is I14 minus I14 minus L14, and Mercy will be going home with equal I15 minus L15. Okay, so we are done with the net pay also. If you don't understand anything, let me see in the comments. Just type, and please subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel, please. I'm begging you. Just hit the subscription. We are almost done with the video. We are left with the rank. Please subscribe to the channel, so it will motivate me to upload. I told you that I didn't say it. The questions are 4. This is the first one. I didn't want to add the question 2, 3, 4 because the video will be long. Yeah, so that's the reason why I'm separating the other questions from this. So I'll upload it, and then I'll solve the other one too, and then I upload. Yeah, so that you will learn it, and it will help you in your upcoming exams. All right, so now let's do for the last one, which is the rank. Let's do for the rank, and then I think we will be done. Let's do for the rank. So the last one says rank the workers based on their net pay. Rank the workers based on their net pay. Okay, so let's do for the ranking. And the ranking, we are going to use a formula. Please write this formula down. Write it down, and then memorize it so that you can you can write it in the exams to calculate the rank. So let me paste the formula here. So this is the formula. I think I have to type. I have to open a Word. Let me open a fresh page. Okay, so this is the formula. Let me make it big. Okay, so this is the formula. Okay, so equal rank M15. We use, I will explain it well. We use M15 because Michael's net pay is in M15 column. That's the reason why we use M15. Okay, let me explain it on the Excel, so that one, so that we get the understanding. Yeah, so I show you the formula for the rank earlier. The 15 here is the 15 here is the last person. Michael is M6. Yeah, so if you put 15 there, it will calculate from the last person. So it's rather M6 for Michael. So it will continue like that, M6, M7, M8 to the last person. Yeah, and then so the M6 is the cell. Yeah, so as we did for the previous ones, M6 is the cell, and then so the 15 here is for the last person. So let me explain it on the Excel sheet. Okay, so we are back on the Excel sheet. So the M6, so the M6 here is this one. The M6 is this. So when you come, this is the net pay for Michael. M6, M6, M6. Yes. So you have to put a formula down, M6, and then you bring the dollar sign, and then M again, and the dollar sign, and then the 6 again. Semicolon S, and dollar sign M, dollar sign, and then the 15. The 15 is the last person. The 15 is the last person, which is Mercy, which is the M15. Yeah, is the M15, and then comma, and then 0. So once you do the writing for the first person, you can drag to see the ranks. You can drag to see the ranks. This one you can do it manually. We are just going through to see whose salary is bigger. So without the formula, you can just go through it and see that, okay, Abba 1434 is the biggest, then followed by Mercy, which is 1124, followed by number 3 this. But you can also as well use the formula, which will make it easy for you. So please take note of the formula. This is it. Just write it somewhere. It depends on how your cells start. If your cells start with 7, just write M7. If the net pay is on N, make sure that the M, you've changed the M to N. If the net pay is start from O, is under O, make sure that the M should be changed to O. So wherever you see the M, you change it to O. So again, the numbers, if the first person starts with 7, it means that wherever you see the 6, you should change it to 7. If the first person starts with 10, wherever you see 6, you should change it to 10. And the last person, which is the 15, if assuming that your work, the last person, which is the Mercy Hills, the last person, the last one is 18 or 20, you change the 15 to 20, and then you are good to go. So that's it for the work, and I hope you understand whatever we've done so far. If you don't understand anything, just comment, put the question under the comment section, and I will explain it again. Write down the formula, and you can edit it based on how you did your Excel. Yeah, so let me go over the ranking again. You see my own started with Michael Sowa, which is net pay start with M6. That's the reason why I'm having the M6 here, and then I'm having the M6 again here, and the last person, which is the 15, Mercy Hills, its one is 15, M15. That's the reason why we are having the M15. So if yours is not like that, please edit it. Other than that, you are going to get it wrong. Edit it. If yours start with 7, the Michael Sowa start with 7, make sure that the 6 is changed to 7. The 6 here too is changed to 7 again, and then the 15 changed to the last person number. Okay, so thank you for watching this video, and I hope I'm able to explain this question to you. You understand the question, and then you are going to get 30 over 30 during exams. Please kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel. And please take this serious, because like this question is common in level 100. So far as we are in level 100, and then you know, nowadays it's compulsory for you to do ICT. If even you are doing law, if you are doing medicine, whatever you are doing, you will do ICT, and you'll be going through Excel. So take your time, go through the video and then try to follow and do it as you've seen in the video. Thank you for watching, and please again subscribe to the channel. Bye bye.